Spoiler warning. At the conclusion of Damsel, a new fantasy feature film on Netflix, Elodie and the mother dragon, with whom she has been at odds for the most of the narrative, take a ride together, or rather, a sail into the sunset. After their protracted confrontation in the tunnels where the dragon resides, they finally have a happy ending.
I had no choice.
Don't you dare explain yourself to this commoner.
Subscribe to Movie Spy for more twist videos. Damsel finale, and he wants audiences to accept that the pair's destiny is left up in the air at the conclusion of the movie. Since they are taking off, their life story has not yet been written. We intended to leave you with the impression that we had experienced our own fairy tale turned upside down. It's our take on the happily ever after, inverted, Mazzo said to the Wrap. Anything could happen, as opposed to the belief that nothing will happen. The dragon has been imprisoned in this mental hell for hundreds and hundreds of years, and Elodie wants to see the world, he clarified. In contrast to the cave's boundaries, it ends with an expanse of open space. In Damsel, the famine-stricken town of Anofi witnesses Brown's character make the ultimate sacrifice in order to marry into the mysterious and affluent royal family of Aurea. However, the sacrifice continues after the town's leader's eldest daughter weds a prince. It turns out that the dragon that lurks above the realm in the mountain caves requires the sacrifice of 3 young ladies for each generation of royal descendants. Elodie is next, at least until she becomes the first young lady hurled into the dragon's maze-like cave and makes it out alive. Without having a last encounter with the beast, Elodie manages to almost escape the caves when her father gives himself up until Floria, her sister, is cast into the abyss as Prince Henry's third sacrifice. In what Mazzo refers to as the metaphorical journey through the belly of the beast, Elodie is forced to turn around and walk back into the dragon-shaped tunnels in order to save her sister. It's about examining these classic tales of the night in shining armor from a fresh angle, and part of that is not just saving yourself, but also becoming the savior for somebody else, explained Mazzo. We intended for Elodie to experience the full hero's journey, from being afraid to becoming brave. Heartbreak is the source of the dragon's gory deal with the first king of Aurea. As the movie's prologue suggests, the king killed the dragon's 3 hatchlings. When the dragon first subjugated the land that would become Aurea, it was ordered by the ruler's troops to kill the dragon's 3 daughters. In return, the dragon demanded that he sacrifice 3 daughters for each generation of the monarch's lineage as recompense for the suffering he had caused her. Even though she claims that Elodie and she are destined to die alone, Elodie breaks the pattern by telling the dragon that both of them have been duped. Elodie was informed that the king only retaliated after the dragon attacked, and the dragon had been duped into killing innocent women by the queen's cunning. The theory goes that when she lost her kids, she would essentially be alone until she passed away. She has so killed many young women down there in the dark in an attempt to exact revenge for the suffering she endured. She's telling Elodie that there's nothing you can do about it, and that this is just punishment, and it will keep happening, Mazzo remarked. Elodie is the one who ultimately ends the cycle when she realizes that she isn't truly alone there, that all the other women who have gone before have helped her, and that she actually owes it to them to put an end to this and change the narrative. Elodie's decision to slay the dragon and then flee back into the open world would have prevented the peaceful epilogue scene. The idea of her defeating the dragon and, in a sense, taking control of it to leave the cave equipped with its power was always present in the narrative. In a previous iteration, the dragon did not make it through the narrative, according to Mazzo. As the story was being developed, we all felt as though we were growing close to the dragon's persona. They both seemed to be victims of this circumstance in some respects, so it was fair that they would both survive and emerge altered. How does that affect their relationship? What does the dynamic become after all that cat and mouse in a narrative full of ideas about parenthood and women who become their own heroes? Mazzo is unsure. Their connection is new. They're no longer a dragon and a damsel, but I don't think they're partners in any manner, shape, or form, he remarked. What kind of relationship they will have is unclear. They have transcended their relationship, which was really this hostile environment into which they were both thrown. For the first time, Elodie is liberated in a manner she has never experienced before, and the dragon too is free in a manner it has never experienced before. Each of them has the chance to choose their own path. Thanks for watching.
Take your family and run.